Randall Darius Jackson, most popularly known as Randy Jackson, is a singer, record producer, entrepreneur, and television personality from the United States. Randy began his career as a session musician in the 1980s, playing bass guitar for a variety of jazz, pop, rock, and R&B artists. Though not related to Michael Jackson in any way, Randy is another Jackson who built his successful empire in the entertainment industry. Hi, welcome to YouWannaWatch, and in this video, we're going to talk about how rich is Randy Jackson. Early life. Randall Darius Jackson was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on June 23, 1956. Julia, his mother, was a housewife, and Herman, his father, was a plant foreman. He was the family's youngest child, the youngest of three. Jackson began playing the guitar when he was 13 years old. He frequently snuck out of his house to play at local clubs. Early career. Randy Jackson began his professional musical career as a session bass guitarist for bands like Taxi and performers like Jean-Luc Ponty and Carlos Santana, among others, in the 1980s. From 1986 to 1987, he was hired by the band Journey to play drums. In 1987, he left the band. He began working with the pop sensation Zucchero after relocating to Italy. During this time, he also worked with Billy Cobham on a number of occasions. He also assisted them in the studio during the recording of their album Raised on Radio. When Jackson was in his early 20s, he joined an all-star band to record music for the film Jumpin' Jack Flash, which included Aretha Franklin and Keith Richards. Randy appeared on both May's Silly Soul and Steve Lukather's debut solo album, both of which were released near the end of the 1980s. He has also contributed to recordings by Kenny G, The Divinyls, Tracy Chapman, and Bruce Springsteen, among others. Music career. Randy Jackson is a well-known producer who has worked with a number of well-known artists, including Mariah Carey. Volume RJMC1 was released in 2008 under the label Randy Jackson's Music Club, with Jackson producing the entire album. The album's release was ushered in by the single Dance Like There's No Tomorrow sang by Paula Abdul. He has collaborated with several American Idol contestants, most notably Kimberly Locke. Randy began working with former American Idol finalist Kimberly Locke in 2009, eventually producing her fourth album. Strobe Light, the lead single, was released on March 16, 2010. As part of the chorus, Jackson took part in We Are the World 25 for Haiti in February 2010. Randy is the manager of the Charlotte, North Carolina-based band Paper Tongues. They signed with a major label, A&M, Octon Records, with his assistance. He has also worked as an executive, serving as vice president of artists and repertoire at Columbia Records for 8 years and as president of A&R at MCA Records for 4 years. Television. Randy Jackson has been a panel judge on the Fox network reality television series American Idol since 2002. His role was originally intended to be reduced to that of a mentor, so the 2013 season would feature all new judges. Later, it was decided that he would remain a judge for season 12. Randy Jackson announced on May 9, 2013, that he would be leaving American Idol after 12 seasons in order to focus on other business ventures. On September 3, 2013, it was announced that Jackson would take over as the in-house mentor on American Idol, replacing Jimmy Iovine. In November 2014, he announced his departure from the series for good. America's Best Dance Crew is an American competitive dance reality television series produced by Jackson. It features both national and international dance crews. It debuted on MTV on February 7, 2008. Each week, the crews demonstrate their creative talents in choreography and dance skills, and one crew is eliminated by the judges. The competition will continue until only one winning dance crew is named America's Best Dance Crew. It also receives a $100,000 cash prize. Personal life. In his personal life, Jackson found out that he had type 2 diabetes in 1999. He changed his diet and exercise routine to combat the illness, and he also underwent gastric bypass surgery in 2003. These efforts led to a more than 100-pound weight loss. In 2008, he offered readers advice on how to improve their health with Body with Soul/Sugar, cut cholesterol, and get a jump on your best health ever. He wrote the book, he said, to share my story, what I went through, and to talk to people about how to prevent diabetes, according to Diabetes Forecast. A supporter of many charitable organizations, Jackson has served as the spokesperson for the American Heart Association's Heart of Diabetes campaign. He also established the Randy Jackson Childhood Obesity Foundation. His first marriage, which lasted until 1990, was to Elizabeth Jackson. Taylor, the couple's daughter, was born. Randy Jackson remarried Erica Riker in 1995, with whom he has 2 children. Randy Jackson have the largest selection of authentic designer eyeglasses and use the highest quality optical lenses. The styles are not only fashionable, but they have wearability as well. They are designed to feel as good as they look. Randy Jackson brings his savvy style to every frame. Look great and see perfectly. They have the largest selection of authentic designer eyeglasses and use the highest quality optical lenses. Awards and achievements. In 2001, Jackson won a Grammy Award as a co-producer of the album At Last by Gladys Knight. Jackson has been nominated for the Primetime Emmy Award for 5 years in a row from 2003 to 2007. Jackson's books. In 2004, Randy Jackson released the book What's Up Dog? How to Become a Superstar in the Music Business. His next book was Body with Soul / Sugar, Cut Cholesterol, and Get a Jump on Your Best Health Ever, released in 2008. Controversy and health. Jackson's remarks come just weeks in December 2019 after NBC announced that AGT judges Gabrielle Union and Julian Hough would not be returning for a 5th season of the competition series. Following that, Variety reported that Union had lodged numerous complaints on AGT about the allegedly toxic work environment. Some speculated that the actor's complaints had something to do with her dismissal from the show. Randy Jackson, who was a judge alongside Simon Cowell on 8 seasons of American Idol, is speaking out about the situation. And, like many, he couldn't help but discuss what a difficult matter it must be. It's a tough situation. I'm sorry for her. I feel bad about that situation, but I love her, he told Us Weekly while at the world's big sleep out on December 7th. I'm sure they'll figure it out. Cowell's my boy, you know I mean I love him. It's a great franchise. I'm sure they'll work it out and figure it out. Jackson is very confident in NBC's ability to work through the issue, as he stressed to the publication, I trust that NBC is doing what they need to do. According to Variety, Union took issue with a racist joke made by guest judge Jay Leno and urged producers to report his line to HR. Furthermore, it was reported that the Being Mary Jane actor received about a half-dozen notes complaining about her hairstyles being too black for the AGT audience. A network insider told Variety that Union and Hough only received notes about hair continuity. They also reported that there may have been some strife between Union and Cowell, who is an executive producer on AGT. As a result of this report, NBC and Fremantle and Cowell Psycho released a joint statement about the matter. Randy Jackson's appearance on the 2nd season of Name That Tune's Celebrity Edition has fans worried about his 65-year-old health. The new season of Fox premiered on Tuesday, March 29, 2022. The hour-long episode, hosted by Tony Award winner Jane Krakowski, featured 2 half-hour contests and Randy Jackson, a Grammy Award winner, as the bandleader. As a result of this episode, Randy Jackson's fans are concerned about his health. The star, who sat behind the piano in formal attire, has shed a huge amount of weight. His awe-inspiring bodily makeover led fans to believe he was suffering from health problems. In 2003, the former American Idol judge was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Randy has spoken openly about how he dealt with his diagnosis, the toll his health condition was putting on him, and how he resolved to make a difference. After years of struggling with emotional eating, Jackson has made significant changes to his lifestyle and mentality. We are nearing the end of our video, but before we proceed, we would like to ask you to please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/c/YouWannaWatch2022 and follow us on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/YouWannaWatch. Any support you provide us will help us provide you with more and better content. Okay, now back to the story. How rich is Randy Jackson? As the popularity of American Idol grew, Jackson earned $10 million in his first season as a judge. Jackson's pay increased, and he was undoubtedly making a lot more money when he left in 2014. Simon Cowell, on the other hand, is said to earn $30 million less per year than Randy Jackson. On the side, Randy is a Grammy-winning music producer. Randy has also held the position of executive producer for television. Randy Jackson is also the host of Randy's Hit List, a radio show that ranks the top 40 songs of the day. According to media reports, Randy Jackson sold a property in Los Angeles for $1.9 million in 2014. The house is in a gated enclave in Tarzana, tucked away from the rest of the world. Built in 1990 with Spanish architectural influences, the mansion has 5,878 square feet of living space, a pool, a spa, and a separate guest house. Despite the fact that he initially advertised the home for $2.19 million, he was well aware aware that he would lose a lot of money on the venture. He paid $2.72 million for the property he previously owned in 2005. When the house was eventually sold, the homeowner agreed to accept an $825,000 loss. Randy Jackson's net worth. Randy Jackson has a net worth of $50 million and works as a reality television judge in addition to being a musician. Although Jackson is a talented musician, he is perhaps best known as a former judge on the reality television show American Idol. Outside of reality television, Jackson has a strong reputation as a session musician, having worked with several high-profile bands throughout his bass guitar career. Since 2020, he has been the band Journey's bassist once more. Randy, in addition to judging and singing, is a Grammy-nominated song producer. Randy has also worked as an executive producer for television shows and films. Aside from that, Randy Jackson hosts Randy Allen's Hit List, a weekly television top 40 countdown show. What do you think about Randy Jackson and his vast amount of wealth? Are you a big fan of his? Did we miss anything that you think should have been included? Let us know your thoughts by writing a comment on this video. If you're interested in our other videos, just hover over the videos and just press play. Until next time, watchers, thank you for watching our video.